You're watching India's most admired brands and inspirational leaders. A series that gives us an insight into the success story of some of the most prestigious brands of India and the kind of leadership that really got them there. Up next is the inspiring story of another such brand, Capri Global Capital.
Capri Global Capital Limited is a diversified non-banking financial company with a presence across high-growth segments like MSME, construction finance, affordable housing and indirect retail lending. Aiming to build a financially empowered India by reaching out to those with limited access to finances, Capri Global serves the underserved segments of MSMEs and lower and middle income segments through secured lending. The company offers working capital term loans against property and term loans for purchase of property. With Managing Director Rajesh Sharma at the helm of affairs, the company boasts of a branch presence at 82 locations in 8 states across India.
We have with us today the Managing Director of Capri Global Capital Limited, Mr. Rajesh Sharma. Welcome to the show. So firstly, we'd like to ask you, today Capri Global is a diversified non-banking financial company which has made its presence felt across several high-growth segments. So firstly, how has the brand evolved since its inception and what are the different financial services that Capri Global has to offer?
Launching a wholesale lending-focused company in 2011, we transitioned to a company retail-focused one in 2013 through the launch of our MSME business and later the affordable housing segment. So Capri as a business has evolved over a period of years. When we started to deploy our capital in 2011, we felt that MSME sector, which is contributing to the growth of the economy as well as creating employment, there is a huge credit gap exists. At Capri, we decided to address that credit gap, and we are today focusing through about 86 branches across country addressing capital need of MSME sectors.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, you started your lending business in the year 2011 with decades of experience. What vision did you have for the company back then?
As a non-banking finance company, we have a vision to address this credit gap in MSME and affordable housing segment, irrespective of gender or class. In order to rebalance India's economy, it is important to be inclusive irrespective of class or gender. We also want to address the women empowerment through our lending programs.
What have been the major milestones for the company since then?
In 2010, we raised $100 million by way of placement of our QIP to various institutional shareholders. In 2011, when we launched our lending business, we started with the construction finance. At the same time, we started building our processes, system, technology platform to launch our MSME lending. In 2016, we expanded our business offering to assist the underserved segment to help them realize the dreams of owning a home. Thus, we launched the affordable housing finance business. In 2018, we started our indirect retail lending vertical targeting smaller NBFCs and microfinance companies.
Also, a major focal area for you is lending to the underserved. Please elaborate.
We cater to population segment which does not have income proof or proper paperwork. Yet for whom we have created an informal income assessment and loan eligibility system. Our focus area is the informal sector where our customer can be like car and bike repairing shop, a supplier of hardware, a supplier of building material, a contractor, a fabricator, and so on. It could be a street food stall owner trying to upgrade to a fixed establishment. These segments were traditionally under the clutches of money lenders and were not getting finances from banks. Hence, we have made an effort to get them into the formal banking system.
You're also aligned with the government's Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Housing for All. Please talk about the brand's affordable housing business.
In housing finance, we are a comparatively new player, having entered the market in 2016 with our total focus on affordable housing. However, we are one of the few among the fastest growing housing finance company in affordable housing segment. The PMAY, under the vision of government to provide housing for all by 2022 and under tax breaks for affordable housing has completely radicalized the affordable housing segment in India and put it on the fast track. We focus on the ticket sizes between rupees 5 lakhs to rupees 25 lakhs, with most of our customers eligible for coverage under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana's credit link subsidy scheme. This further reduces their burden. At Capri Global Home Loans, we are empowering credit-worthy urban borrowers who are not eligible for loan from traditional financial institution. This is where we are making an impact.
Tell us about your unique and customized methodology where you go beyond just the documents and understand the customer's business.
Most of the time our customer do not have the proper income proof, where our team goes, meet the customer, understand their business model. We have also created localized underwriting policies or policies which will work for Rajasthan may not be work for Maharashtra. So every region have a different credit underwriting policies and understanding of properties. The sales and credit team members visit the work premises and the residence of the borrower, engage in the discussion to assess the customer eligibility. So it is purely tailor-made understanding for each customer to arrive his eligibility.
Yes, unique and personalized for sure. Well, what does your construction finance vertical have to offer?
The construction finance business has been aligned with the affordable housing finance business. We focus only on those developers who have an experience of developing and delivering at least 200,000 square feet residential real estate projects. Hence, those who have proven track record. Construction finance is available for completion of any under construction project, provided all the project related approvals are in place and land has been acquired by their own funds. Further, we provide construction finance up to 25 crore rupees, which are where the disbursements are linked on the progress of the construction. The average ticket size of our every construction loan is in the range of about 10 crore.
One of your unique products is indirect retail lending. What exactly does it entail?
Hence, we started our indirect retail lending vertical targeting to lend to smaller NBFC and microfinance companies. Under this segment, we provide finance to institutions and smaller MFI who are aligned with our vision to serve the underserved. We offer finances here right from 2 crores to up to 10 crore rupees.
So how many businesses have you financed so far, and what are some of the roadblocks that came in your way?
Considering our all verticals, we have financed over 17,000 customers spread across 8 states in India. There are no major roadblocks as such, but over a period of time, it took us some time to get our lending model right and refine our underwriting methodologies.
How does Capri Global Capital Limited stand out from its competitors? What is the USP of the brand?
I believe that our biggest USP is understanding of a customer who do not have an income proof. We have localized our underwriting policies. We have strong training programs for our team which enables them to assess the creditworthiness of a customer and do have a faster turnaround time to deliver the sanction to them.
It would be great if you could throw some light on your growth plans from here onwards.
We are currently operating with 86 branches in MSME and about 75 branches in the affordable housing segment. We intend to reach to about 225 branches in about 5 years' time and achieve a book size of 25,000 crore combined of MSME, construction finance, and the retail and housing finance.
Lastly, the company also runs an active CSR program which focuses mainly on decent livelihood and education. Please take us through the flagship programs that Capri has been supporting.
As a part of giving back to the society, we strive to leverage our core competence towards sustainable development of the local communities. For achieving this goal, CGCL has launched multiple programs covering areas of education, livelihood, development, healthcare, sanitation, and skill development and vocational training. Along with the financial return, social return is also one of Capri's objective.
Wonderful, sir. It's been lovely talking to you, and you've taken us beautifully through the lovely and very successful journey of Capri Global Capital Limited. I wish you many more milestones ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's a wrap on today's episode. We'll be back with more such stories of India's most admired brands and inspirational leaders. Till then, keep watching India Today Television.